right, so there has been many times that I have been asked, what do I do to reduce my stress? So I thought start a new session, start a new series of things that you can do to start reducing your stress one step at a time. And today we're talking about these little guys, little plants that you can either find around your garden, or you could purchase them through, where did I put the third one? Through eBay. This is one that I purchased. I have no idea how to pronounce their name, but I know they're good looking and I know it's fun. So in order to start soiling them up, let's start this series by making our pot first. And before we start, I thought for the pots that I want to use for these little plants is clay pots. And one thing that is recommended that I highly suggest for you guys to do is to get a big bucket and soak them. Soak them for about 3 days. That way, first of all, they get cleaned up. All of those excess, I want to say, poisons or chemical gets off of them. And then the water goes inside of every single crevice that they have. So it's ready. It's actually cured. This is the best way to cure your little pots. Let them soak for 3 days. These have already been soaked. And for my soil, this is what I got to mix my soil. And I make a little mixture. And this is depending on you. The first soil that I'm going to use is organic earth. Again, I will link these for you guys in the bottom. Really, really cool stuff. Simply, we're gonna open it up and I will add a bag of these. Now, look how beautiful these things are. So this is one bag of my potting mix. For nutrition, I don't use chemical, but what I use is worm casting. And you can get 3 pounds of this on Amazon. Again, link, I will put them on below. But the thing about these is that these are organic nutritions. These are basically worm poop. And they break down really slowly. So basically I do a pack of that and maybe a little bit of this. Again, I don't have a big set of numbers. I just go about it, but it depends on you. If you're expert in it, then right on. And then for aeration, I use black lava. Really porous, it doesn't float on the top, and it fills it up. So I do 60-40, so 40% black lava, 60% soil that you mix up. So we're gonna do a bag of this. And then this is what we have. This is really cool, guys. So now it comes the fun part. Just take your hand and just go in there and just feel the earth beneath your fingers. Now you don't have to do it as fast as I'm doing in this video, because I'm solely doing this for the sake of time, because I don't want it to take a lot of time. But you could take your time with this. And I know your hands will get dirty, but that's okay. That's why you wash them. I mean, we have learned washing our hands through the pandemic, so we're pretty much aware of it. And look, this soil is gonna be great for our new friends. Break them down, make sure you get them all mixed up. It's really fun. This is like the funnest thing that you can do. Bringing life into your life. Something that just grows and it requires your attention, your love. It's such a peaceful thing once you kind of open yourself up to the nature and let the nature take over, become part of it. Realize that it starts from this and it ends on this. Remind us how short life is and how we are here to just enjoy it, and it's our responsibility to use our life to our best. But the problem is we set such high expectation that we forget what it actually means to live a fulfilling life. And we become kind of distracted by whatever is going on outside of our life. Whatever doesn't actually matter. What matters is you, taking care of you, making sure you're okay, your needs are met, you're fulfilling your own destiny. And then once you have mixed it, again, my hands are pretty disgusting at this point, we'll get our little pots. And your pots should have holes like this. So in order for dirt not to come out from the other end, we use mesh pot. These are really cheap. I got them again from all of them from Amazon, and I will link them down below. And it's pretty much, let's see if I can focus. It's pretty much it's pretty much a mesh. So we put this right on the hole, and then in order to prevent odor, we use charcoal. This is horticulture charcoal. Really nice. We just put a handful of it and put it at the bottom. This is a dirty job, but it's fun. And then you bring your soil back and you put a little bit of soil at the bottom. And then you make a little hole in the middle. Once we have that hole, we'll take our plant, we'll bring them up, and we pot them. Simple as that. A little bit of more soil. A little bit more soil. I'm making a mess everywhere, but that's okay. That's all right. It's gonna get messy. We make our little hole in the middle, and then we simply place our plant inside of it. And then we push it in. We bring them out. We put a little bit of more soil around it, making sure we get them all covered up. Now, if you want to beautify it, you could add a little bit of moss on top of it. And that's it. This is our first plant. Look how cool this is. So we put this aside. We go back to our second one. Again, same procedure. We'll get our little mesh pad, put it in the bottom. We get a handful of charcoals, put it in the bottom. We get a little bit of dirt, put it in, and then you want to make sure you press it. And then make a little little hole in the middle. Take our beautiful plant. This is the little roots. Put them in there. How beautiful is this? Really dirty job, but really fun. I'm making such a mess on the floor. And this one has too much soil, so we'll take some off of it. Look at our second plant. Today I'm doing only 3 pots. So we get our third one. And by the way, if you guys are asking why I have such long nails, it's because I play the guitar, or I have started to play the guitar. I should clarify. I'm not really good, but I'm trying. So hence why the long nails. I know you're gonna be in the comment writing down how nasty they look, but that's another way that I take away stress, is I play an instrument. Highly recommended. It's really fun. So right now we have this one that we're trying to repot. And this is it. Oops. Making a mess all over the place. This is it. This is my third. Is it focused? This is my third plant. Now you might ask why they're so dirty, and that's okay. I just made it, so I have a bowl of water here that I'm gonna use to, first of all, attempt to clean my hand. Second of all, attempt to clean these little pots. So we have our first one right here, and then we'll take our second one, dip it in there. This part is up to you how you want to clean it, but for the sake of this video, let me bring this forward. Basically a pot of water. And what is this in front of me? Put this aside. We'll get water and we'll try to clean it off. Now, one thing that I recommend is that if you want to water your plants, use an RO water, RODI water, so it doesn't have any bad things in it, depending on your water, depending on where you live. And if you don't have access to an RO water system, just let your water sit for a couple of days before watering your plants. That way, you make sure at least some of those bad stuff are not in it. So, this is our first one. Look, it's pretty clean. We'll take our base out one more time, clean it. That's our first plant. Put that aside. We'll go to our second one. And we start from the base. We clean the base out. And then we go for first a good dip. And then secondly, we go clean the side. Look at this. It's already coming together. Very nice. Our third piece. Our second piece. And finally, our last one. One dip. Our last piece. This is it. That's the process. Now, yeah, this is very short. Maybe half a day it's gonna take to make all of this. But the process of caring for these plants, the process of being responsible for something, the process of having some ways to contribute to something is what is actually makes this work meaningful and will give you the benefit of having that relaxation technique, having that possibility to remove yourself from what you're going through, not thinking about anything. Believe it or not, during this process, I didn't even think about making a video. I was so focused in what I was doing, even though I would try to do it as fast as possible. What matters is finding something that will give you benefit in the long run. Focusing on what matters to you, not focusing on what you should be doing or what is required from you. And at the end of the day, you'll do something beneficial for this planet and for yourself and for your own health. One step at a time. It's all about taking that journey, taking that step. And this is a beautiful hobby. It's a hobby that will let you free yourself from an outside world. Free yourself from what society bounds us to do. and be a little bit more focused on what actually matters than what is asked us of to do. Anyway, I hope it makes sense. I hope it made sense to an extent. And yeah, as always take care of yourself, always take care of your mind, and I'll see you guys on the next one.